This week, I want to share a story that changed everything for me. It helped me grow in ways that I had nearly given up on, and it's the reason that I'm an artist today. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Cathy Mevik. I help abstract artists grow through self discovery, a solid framework, and the freedom to create bold, expressive paintings they love because I believe clarity leads to real transformation. As an expressive abstract artist, it's no secret that intuition is one of the most important parts of my painting process. I absolutely love to follow my emotions and impulses and just break free from that perfectionism that I demand of myself in so many other aspects of my life. That raw expression is, for me, the best part of painting. And for the longest time, I truly believed that that was all I needed. But over time, I started noticing that even though my paintings were bold and emotional, they often felt incomplete. Deep down, I knew that I needed more, but I kept hitting the same wall again and again. So finishing a painting felt almost impossible. And when I did manage to finish one, it never felt consistent. So I would stand in front of the canvas with the music on, dancing back and forth, and just paint without overthinking and just feel all the feels. And if I was lucky, I would fall into that magical flow state. And anyone who's painted even for a short time knows how incredible that feels. But eventually, I started to wonder why all my paintings felt the same. And why did I always get stuck halfway through? At the time, I genuinely thought that intuition was everything, and I certainly didn't want rules. All I wanted was to stay out of my own head and just feel free while I was painting. At some point, I slowly but surely realized that my work wasn't evolving and that I had to do something because something was missing. It was so frustrating because I was pouring my heart into my canvases and I still wasn't moving forward. This caused me to feel really insecure, like I was never going to break the code. I remember scrolling through artists that I admired and thinking that they must know something that I don't. Looking back now, I can definitely understand why I had so many negative thoughts about myself and my ability to become the artist that I wanted to be. There's one thing about me that I think everyone who knows me would agree on, and that is that I am very stubborn. So when something like this happens, especially with something that I care so much about, I do not quit. And that is what forced me to start looking inward. And I had to admit to myself that I had actually been avoiding the parts of painting that felt hard and uncomfortable. So I decided to stop relying on intuition alone. And I started doing the hard work, looking for real answers. So I used YouTube videos, online courses, and eventually I ended up taking a 3-year process-oriented art education. I stopped putting pressure on myself to perform here and now, and I gave myself time to integrate what I was learning so that I could create my own personal art and stop searching for answers in someone else's paintings. So the path that I chose to take was really long and hard, but looking back at it now, I can see that it changed everything for me. And it didn't force me to give up on intuition. It just made me stop using it as the only tool that I had in my toolbox. So instead, I was able to build a structure around it, a personal process that helped me make sense of what I was doing. Something that I could build on and develop and turn into my own style and create art that finally felt like it was my own. That's when I started creating paintings that felt complete. Not just expressive, but strong, clear, personal, abstract paintings. But what surprised me the most was that I didn't just find a better method. I found confidence and I found trust in myself. And I found the kind of clarity that stays with you even when your painting sessions feel really messy and hard. And the best part of it all was that I was consistently finishing my paintings. So I really wanted to tell this story for those of you who feel like you're going in circles. I want you to know that you're not alone and that this doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes or that you lost your spark. It just means that it's time to add something more. Not to replace your intuition, but to give it something that it can grow on. All right, I'm going to put on some music and I'll be back at the end of the video. So to help you take your first steps beyond relying on intuition alone, I've created a free guide called the Clarity Checklist. It's a simple tool with 6 things that you can check before you call a painting done. If that sounds like something you need, you'll find the link below. But if you're ready to go even deeper, I open enrollment to my course Intuitive and Spontaneous Abstracts in August. So I try to keep the group small. I only accept 10 artists at a time, so I can give everyone personal feedback and help guide your next steps. Enrollment always opens to my waitlist first, so if this feels like your next step, I would love for you to join the list. I'll leave the link for that below as well. All right, guys, thanks for sharing your time with me this week, and I am looking forward to seeing you again next week. Bye!